Developing now, more protests over a grand jury's decision in New York not to charge a white police officer in the chokehold death of an unarmed black man last summer. The whole thing recorded on a cell phone. Thousands of people crowded New York streets yesterday, marching, chanting, and blocking traffic. More rallies are expected tonight, and there will be a national march in Washington, D.C., December 13th.
We hope this march begins a series of efforts that will lead to how we redo the grand jury review of policing in this country.
The union representing New York City cops says Officer Daniel Pantaleo did everything by the book when he subdued Eric Garner. Last week, rallies across our country followed a similar grand jury decision in the police shooting of Michael Brown in Missouri. There are also many questions about the killing of a 12-year-old boy in Cleveland who was carrying an airsoft gun. It's another shooting that has many people wondering if race entered the question. The boy black, the cop is white. So are we all biased? That's a good question. Here's Alan Janae.
The video shows 12-year-old Tamir Rice was shot within seconds of when police arrived on scene in Cleveland. While there's no way to prove a connection between the boy's race and his shooting, Joshua Carell, an associate professor of psychology and neuroscience at CU, has studied bias for years and finds it's hard to shake.
And what we found in study after study was that it really is not about disliking the group. It's about associating them with threat.
He and his colleagues have designed a sinister-looking game to test people. The game requires a split-second decision, shoot or not. Some of the young men who pop up are holding harmless items like a wallet. Others hold guns. They have found people will more quickly shoot a young black male with a gun than white, and will take longer to determine a young black male without a gun is not a threat.
You may say, no, I don't think that, I don't believe that, and I don't want to believe that. But in a culture that routinely communicates the association between black and danger, we all pick up on that information.
And Carell has found, on average, the results are the same whether the person taking the test is white or black.
Nobody's immune from it.
Did that amaze you, that it was both white people and black people?
Yeah. Yeah.
They believe we're influenced by the messages in the world around us.
Music, movies, local news often communicate the idea that race and that black people are more likely to be dangerous.
Carell can make it worse, too, by having people read phony newspaper articles about horrific crimes perpetrated by blacks. Or he can make people shoot white people faster by showing them articles of horrific crimes perpetrated by whites. The officer who shot Tamir Rice had been on the job for 8 months. Carell says he's found veteran officers perform better on the test and shoot more equitably.
Rookie cops are not better than you and me. But over the course of their training and on-the-job experiences, they seem to get better.
Is there some way to make bias go away in the game? Yes. By setting it in a poor neighborhood, people shoot black and white just as quickly there. What it all means is still open for interpretation. But imagining a world without bias seems a stretch.
Asking people to not be biased, or telling them to try not to be biased, doesn't seem like the answer.
That's a good question. Alan Janae, CBS 4 News.
Thanks, Alan. You can find that test online. You'll find a link in the story that we've posted, cbsdenver.com. While it doesn't show your times yet, Carell says they hope to add that feature soon.